On today's video, I bought a 2011 Volvo C30 R Design, 6-speed, 103,000 miles. After I got it home, it shit the bed, so we end up putting new axles, new tires, oil change, and motor mount. So stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mike the Baldadonis, and I buy and sell cars as a hobby, and I bring you guys along with me, showing you the pros and cons of each vehicle I buy. I do travel videos throughout New England, and I talk about my life experiences. All right, guys, let's get into it. 2011 C30 R Design, 6-speed with 103,000 miles. I'm going to show the ad. Okay, we're going to have a little conversation between me and Christine. I'm going to talk about what was actually done to the car that wasn't in the ad. So first off, I love these cars. I had a V70R 6-speed wagon years ago, 380 horsepower. Obviously that was tuned and everything else. So that was a fun car to have. And I've always liked this body style with the body kit. I love it. Okay, so I reached out to her. Her name is Christine. I'm like, hey, Christine, blah, blah, blah. What's going on with this car? So here's the pictures. Okay, these are the pictures in the ad. Picture in the rain. The interior, it doesn't show the front seats. Just a little bit, just a little bit. There's a reason for it. The back seat, the one back seat, again, in the rain, and the back end of it. All right, so I'm kind of excited. I'm like, this looks pretty cool. So the ad actually says it's fully loaded, 6-speed manual, T5 turbo, BBS wheels, premium sound and navigation. Super fun to drive, will need 2 tires. Okay, so I reach out. I'm like, hey, I've been looking for one of these for a long time, blah, blah, blah. So she's telling me that people are interested. That's fine. I don't live too far from her, so I'm asking a bunch of questions. And I asked about the original rims. She doesn't have them. But the husband is a mechanic, and he did a timing belt, AC compressor, brakes, rotors, the brakes, rotors, and pads, front wheel bearings, and CV shafts. I'm like, great. So I'm really interested, okay? So I get out there. Now, I just bought a Jaguar XJ8, and when I took that hour-and-a-half journey to look at it, I was disappointed in the paint, okay? To drive somewhere and expecting to see the car in one condition and it's in another, it's a little annoying. Here's another case. So when I get there, the front bumper has damage underneath. The paint on the front bumper and the spoiler are a shade off the rest of the car. That can happen with certain paint going on plastic versus metal. I've seen that in the past many times, and it's true to this. I Googled it, and Volvo white does show a shade different from the plastic to the metal. I'm like, okay. The wheels, all 4 wheels are junk. Well, curb rashed and dented, okay? 2 of the tires in the rear were completely junk. The interior, I thought the seats were just dirty. They're not. They're just worn out. The paint or the dye on the seats are so far gone that they look like shit, to be honest with you. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't want the car, but I do want the car because they're hard to find. 6-speed R Design, they're just hard to find. We go for a test drive, me and the husband. The neighborhood is a 30-mile-an-hour zone, so knowing that the back tires are junk, I can feel a little wobbliness, a little wobbly in the back, okay? Boom, 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 boom. You're not gonna beat on a car with the owner, right? You're just gonna do your 30 miles, 35 miles per hour, going through the gears and just having a little conversation and seeing if everything works, everything stops, fine, okay? I buy the car. Super nice people. They did a lot of work to the car, but I went there by myself, so I wasn't able to drive the car home. I asked the gentleman if he could take the car to my house. He agreed. His wife picked him up. Again, super nice people. All right, so now I get back home and I'm gonna wash the car because that's what I do. I have OCD, I'm washing it, And I invite my friend Dave, he's my neighbor, he's a car enthusiast. So we go for a little test drive, right? And I get on the car, all right, I goose it. Whoop, boom, 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 boom. The turbo shuts down at 3,500, and then we hear bang, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, wow, I think it needs motor mounts. So we just did a quick ride around the neighborhood. We bring the car back. The next morning when I get up, there's a huge puddle of transmission fluid all over my driveway. So the new axles this person put in, they're leaking or something like that, right? So I'm reaching out to the woman. I'm like, hey, I just took this car for a ride. It's banging. There's oil all over my driveway. I'm like, what's going on? So I wasn't happy at that moment. And she offered to buy the car back. And I thought that was pretty nice of her. I'm like, well, I just registered the car. And she's like, well, go down and see if you can get unregister it. I'm like, I don't know if they'll do that. And they won't. So she ended up giving me some money back for this slight aggravation that I'm going through, okay? So there's oil all over my driveway. So we're gonna take it to the shop and see what it needs. So let's take a look.
So it looks like when you put the axle shaft in,
Okay.
it looks like the gear oil is pouring out the passenger axle shaft. All the work on it. Drove it. Yeah, so either this axle isn't in all the way, or that seal's fucking junk.
Okay.
A little wet, but not anywhere near the wetness of that.
So axle.
Axles and seals.
Okay.
It's not bad. I mean, there's a little bit of crust here and there, but nothing crazy.
Okay. We put a little.
What? I mean, this one seems to be okay. This one is physically like dripping.
So it must have dripped down because it's on this side of the car.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the centrifugal force and dripped it over. Because right here, it might be the wrong size. It might be the wrong axle. I mean, that just doesn't seem like the right size. But then again, who knows? I mean, things like that. But they're all over like the news all the time. But they do weird stuff. Some guy he'll sleep in like a box and be homeless. It's gonna drip out. So I'm curious. Wow. Like you were saying, is that for the regular, not the T5. I didn't have the axle seals, so it makes sense they might have the axles.
Yeah.
I would go with them.
All right, as you can see, it needs new axles. It needs axle seals, and it needs new tires. We put some fresh fluid in there. We got the car back to my house. I had to wait a few weeks because I still have projects going on with different cars. And when the parts came in, well, this time I actually towed it back to the shop. This is gonna be a very good clip because you're gonna be educated just a little bit, but you're gonna see those new axles going in, those seals, and those tires. So let's take a look. You're drippy.
Yeah.
Glad I didn't drive it.
He goes, I was like, you want any of it? $20 make you holla.
Yep, exactly. I think she was Asian.
For a German car, it's pretty cheap. I saw what you had.
Yeah.
Like he said he had to go to Boston. Copper bearing. See if this works.
Dude, that's...
just the valley holds the bearing.
Oh, look at you with your big shaft.
So, I think what happened was because of the length of it and the inconvenience of it, I think he destroyed the seal when he tried shoving that thing at an angle. You don't get it right on, dude. You know how it is. Just fucking tear it up. Your axle seal here, and obviously you can tell it's just been dripping here. So when he went to go stab it in, probably was at an angle like this or like this, and wrestling it on his back, probably just came across the seal and tore it. Filming? Good. So, educational day here at Mike Honda Shop. So, you can't get your axle out of your transmission and it's stuck in the foot differential. There's a reason why. Is that in the differential gear, there is a female circular cutout in the gear itself, or in the housing which this goes into, that this little snap ring seats into. So what you need to do is we actually compress, you can see it very barely, but so it's obviously depressed here or open, but when we slide it in, we actually compress it a little bit. It slides through the gear, the housing in the gear, and it actually expands. And when it expands, it actually floats like this as you drive around. So the only thing holding this axle into your transmission is literally, obviously this holds it on this end, your nut, your bolt, or whatever holds it into your knuckle. But the only thing holding this joint in this axle and transmission is this little circlip here. So when you want to go Ricky Road Racer doing 100 miles an hour and steering left and right, because this joint's doing this whole axle's doing this, and this joint's doing this, only thing holding this in is this little circlip right here. Little wiggle, wiggle. Yeah, and there you go. See, there's that pin we were talking about. By prying it, you pry on that, and then you're able to collapse that pin. Are they the same seals?
Yes.
So left and right are the same? Okay, cool. That's good. Good to know, so I can't fuck that up. Upstairs. What? So
That doesn't look like a new fucking seal.
this isn't new. This is old. So lesson to be learned. Again, this is Mike's lesson. So this is the old seal, but I'll show you on the new seal. People think that this is the actual seal here. In actuality, it's the inner seal. It's called a radial seal. What happens is that you look inside there, whenever this thing spins around, it keeps the fluid from going out. So when they say your axle seal is bad, it's not this outer lip, it's actually the actual inner seal here that goes bad.
And no one's half the battle.
Seriously. A lot of metal in it because it looks like it gets pressed in, like the metal like scoops in there. So I'm wondering if this might be tougher to get in than a Honda. When Honda's like all rubber, you can just push in. So hopefully at least get it. Now, might just be a worn out seal. insignia is there. And if you look at the ones on the floor, it's the exact same. So, so,
But we knew it was that bad seal.
you know what's the worst that's gonna happen? Mike's upset. Car. Like that's not very nice. So he asked me to fix something for some girl he was. Reason it wouldn't charge. It was something with the circuitry inside. It was just funny to see stuff like that. It's like, oh well. The point is, so now we can set it at 26 foot-pounds. We can do 9 degrees of torque.
Why does that make a difference at 90 degrees?
So most bolts, you tighten, loosen, tighten, loosen, tighten, loosen, and they have enough strength and integrity to stay stuck. These bolts are actually made slightly differently, so it's called torque to yield. So what these bolts do is they actually have a stretch built into them. So that's why I tell you to replace them with new bolts. So once you put it in, you get it tight, which is X amount, and then as you tighten the bolt, the threads actually will stretch and grab to a certain torque that the manufacturer probably has a number of some point, but they won't let you have the number, so they give you what's called torque to yield, which is a torque spec of a certain like newton meter, foot pound, or whatever. And then they want you to have that 9 degrees of stretch is what makes this bolt stick in there properly. And as you saw before, there's no way the old bolts had any type of torque on them. Heavily. That's why it handles great. Because zero tire wear doesn't mean it handles. S2000s are going 9.
That was a good one. You hope it's not pop itself? Woo!
70 pounds of air to seat that bead. dealership and like.
All right, after that, I took the car home and I can still feel the vibration. So I ended up ordering a motor mount. So let's take a look.
Looks like one bolt, so. Called electrolysis. So what happens is you have a steel bolt and you have an aluminum hole. So what it does is the steel is dissimilar metals and it corrodes against that hole. And you get sticky bolts. So it looks intact, but you don't know how it actually, that hole looks a little oblonged, but it could react different under pressure, so.
I don't think that was the motor mount that needed to be fixed.
Well. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I think it feels a little more solid now than it did when I took it out. You can definitely tell that it looks like it's been hitting a little bit there. And I wonder too, like, I didn't look at the other mount, but see how that's propped up? And like that's kind of like down. Yep. So I'm wondering if just the torque of that, you know, because it's already kind of preset. I wonder if that does anything to it too. I don't know. You know, we'll see. Blocks underneath it. We could drive up.
All right, in this clip, we're gonna do the oil change. I should have done it with the motor mount, but we just didn't have time. So let's take a look.
You know. Fucking 36 millimeter 12. Of course it's over in 410, so it's just tiny, right? Find cars like this, really. Drove the 4Runner.
Stinky.
Auto Part International. Charged engine. I wonder if you have some unburned roll it. Went from like $6,000 to like $2,500, but. money. It's a hair over, but we haven't filled the filter up yet. So I think we'll be all set.
All right, so we did the axles, the seals, the oil change, and the motor mount. The car drives a lot better. It still feels a little weird. So when I get on it, I still feel that 3,500 RPM. Like, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure if there's a limiter on that turbo and it just lets me go so far and then cuts out the turbo. There's no check engine lights. It seems to run pretty good. So if you guys are watching this, the Volvo owners, is this normal? I don't know. But we're gonna do the other motor mounts, see if that helps out. We're gonna do a full detail. I have a friend that does my interior. We're gonna get those seats like looking like brand new. We're gonna do the wheels completely refurbished. I'm not sure what color I wanna go. It might be black, it might be gray, it could be orange. I'm not sure just yet. Upcoming videos besides the Volvo. My Jaguar XJ8, long base. Full detail, that's a standalone video. That should be coming up soon. My FJ Cruiser, we do a transmission service to see if that helps out with the bucking. There was some bucking going on. It didn't happen all the time, just once in a while. We do the transfer case and the front and rear differential fluid as well. What else? I have a Lexus ES350 we have to get to eventually. All right, guys, I think that's it for today's video. I'm overwhelmed with all my projects going on, and this Volvo is still kicking my ass a little bit. I have OCD. I want to make this thing super smooth with the new rims being refurbished. I want to get rid of that problem with the turbo, if there is a problem with the turbo. It just seems like when I goose it, it takes off like a bat out of hell, and then it just stops. Like the turbo kind of like shuts down. I'm not sure if there's something going on with that. If you guys know anything about that, please leave a comment until I figure it all out. But until the next video, everybody, Baldadonis out.